It's really not that serious.
Yo. Welcome. We are back, man. Episode 28, man. Your boy D.MOSS is back for another episode. It's not that serious, the podcast, man. Give yourselves a round of applause. I appreciate all the love, support I've been getting, man. Episode 28, your boy is back. How y'all doing, man? It's Monday, on this beautiful Monday, man. I have a great show lined up for you guys. I hope you guys' this weekend was good. So whatever you guys are doing, you know how you know my saying. Whatever you guys are doing, I am tongue tied. Whatever you guys are doing for over the next hour, if you at work, if you on the road, if you at the house cleaning up, just listening, whatever the case may be, man, I'm gonna keep you very, very entertained over the next hour, man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. We are on episode 28. I've been holding it down. Shout out to my boy BIZZIE. He got his hand clap. He dropped the bomb. Car crashes. And it's partying. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. Let's get into it, man. So, did you guys see the video of circulating online of Cam Newton getting jumped? There is a video online circling currently right now of Cam Newton, former NFL MVP, started in the Super Bowl. Cam Newton, man, I don't know what those guys was doing. Apparently, he was at a 707 camp, and I don't know, some grown man, I don't know, but he was attacked. And I was sitting there watching the video, and I'm like, come on, y'all. Like, Cam Newton been dodging 6'5", 6'4", 6'6" linebackers and linemen for about 10 years of his life. What did y'all think y'all were going to do? Like, his hat didn't move. I don't even think a dread moved. He probably didn't break a sweat. Like, come on now. And he's not even in football shape, and he still looks good. Like, Cam Newton is a big dude. What damage did y'all think y'all was going to do? Did y'all see old boy who ran up the steps and try to hit him from behind? Like, did you see them? Like, man, we have to do better. Man, we need to. I feel like all men, it should be required for all men to take some sort of combat class. I think it should be required. I think it should be a requirement for all men to take some sort of self-defense or combat class. Because did y'all see that right he threw? That right was lazy as a motherfucker, if you ask me. That shit was horrible, that right he threw. That was a horrible right. But, you know, who am I? But yeah, man. And then they tried to like wrestle Cam Newton down. What do y'all think y'all was gonna do with a 6'5"? I think Cam Newton is 6'6". We're gonna say 6'6". 6'6", let's say about a solid 6'6", let's say 250, but solid though. A solid 250. Like, what did y'all think y'all was gonna do? It was three of y'all on him. He was wrestling the dude. Another dude ran up the steps, and another dude came out of nowhere and started punting. And Cam threw the dude who threw the lazy right, threw him like a rag doll. But my thing is, what in y'all mind? What did y'all think this through? Did y'all plan this? Obviously, if y'all planned it, it wasn't a good plan, because no way in the world am I even going to agree with going along with the plan of trying to attack Cam Newton or any former NFL player who dodged 800-pound niggas for a living, who did it for 10 years plus. I'm not going, like, what? You want me to go do what? If a nigga would have came up to me and said, hey, yo, I got beef with Cam, we're going to fuck him up. Cam who, nigga? Like, Cam Newton? Nigga, you tripping. Yeah, bro, just leave that beef alone, dog. Because we ain't about to do no type of damage. Unless niggas got guns and weapons, then that's a different story. But if we going up there just bare armed, like we just going up there just knuckles and that's it, you bugged out. You tripping. What are we accomplishing here? What is the purpose of this? Can we talk this out? You on your own. That's what I'm telling the nigga. You on your own, champ. But what triggered that? Is kids there? Like, what triggered that? I want to know what triggered that altercation. What triggered that? What? Why did it get to where it got to? That's what I would like to know. What made y'all say like, yo, when we see Cam, we run it down on Cam? And what could Cam Newton have possibly said or done for y'all to want to fight? Like, to me, for me to want to fight somebody, it has to be, you have to do something to me physically first, but words, you're not going to hurt me with words. So in order for me to fight you or even to get me in that mode of fighting, you got to steal some money from me. You got to violate. I don't have kids, so you got to violate somebody I really, really love, whether it be my wife. I don't have a wife, so that's the only thing. Steal some money from me or really like disrespect me to a point where you, you put your hands on me and we got to take it there. But other than that, I'm not about to be fighting you, especially no Cam Newton. Nigga, is you crazy? Cam Newton ain't no small dude. And y'all doing that in front of the kids? Y'all bugged out. Now, just for that, all y'all got to run. I think y'all should run Cam his fade back to back, one-on-ones. Run his fades. No jumping. Y'all just run his fades back to back. Cam get down with one dude. Cam watch him. Next dude come up. Y'all got to watch him. Cam going to wash him. Wash him. I'm saying watch him. Wash. I got to get my my vernacular better. Shout out to me though. I'm out here showing up, putting in my hours. I appreciate y'all, but man, shout out to Cam Newton though, man. You held your own. All that was unnecessary, and he held his own, man. Shout out to Cam. Shout out to Cam. But them dudes, y'all crashed out, dog. Y'all crashed out. Because what was y'all thinking? For y'all to think. What was y'all thinking? That's what I want to know. Like, did y'all get in the car or did y'all meet up after all that and sit down and look at each other? And niggas' shirts was probably ripped. Niggas probably had scratches on their face. Cam didn't even look like he was bothered. Hat didn't come off, nothing. Nigga probably wouldn't finish coaching the kids after that. That's crazy. That's why you got to get in shape. We got to get stronger. I was doing my pull-ups today in the gym. 10, 12 push-ups, break. I rest for like 20 seconds, came back. I was only do 6 pull-ups, 12 push-ups, came back, 4 pull-ups. I'm like, nah, I got to get my stamina up. I got to get stronger. I feel like it's very, very vital for every man to have, like I said, be in a combat class or some type of self-defense class, because we got to be strong, man. We got to be protectors and providers. And if you're going to attack a nigga, make sure your right throw is on point. You got to make sure your right is on point. Because if you throwing your right like that, throwing right punches like that, you down bad. You down real bad. But who am I? I'm just a podcaster. Moving along. Jeezy's Tiny Desk concert, man. What were your guys' thoughts on it? I watched it. I'm a huge fan of Jeezy. Always been a huge fan of Jeezy. One of my top 5 favorite rappers of all time. He's definitely in my top 5. Jeezy just recently had a Tiny Desk performance, and it was really good. Had the live band. It was really, 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 really good. The crowd wasn't the crowd that was there wasn't familiar with the music because they weren't singing along. And Jeezy got hits. Jeezy got some hits, but I would like to have seen a much older crowd, probably like people from like, let's say 32 to like 40, that crowd, because that's the era that people grew up on Jeezy, and maybe a little bit older, like in the 50s too, because Jeezy is like that my era when I was in high school. But I watched that Tiny Desk concert and I sang word for word in my living room. Every song that was played, I was, oh, Young Jizzle from the bottom of the map. And then what? My favorite Jeezy record is Streets on Lock, off the Inspiration. But the band sounded great. Everybody did great. I just wish it was a different crowd. But what were your thoughts? If you checked out the Jeezy Tiny Desk concert, tell me what y'all thought. What's your thoughts on it? Did you guys enjoy it? I enjoyed it. I loved it. It was about, I think it was about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I watched the whole thing. Like I said, the crowd wasn't the best, and you could tell he knew that because he kept trying to get them like he kept trying to get them involved to say some like sing along, but they wasn't biting. But I was there. I was in my room singing along. Trust me, I was highly, highly, highly excited and happy for him. Jeezy is somebody I got a lot of respect for. Really motivated me. Really, you know, told me get that money. I remember growing up in Atlanta, man, seeing Jeezy all through the city in Ferraris and Lamborghinis, and it was just crazy. That was the first time I ever seen a Lamborghini in person. Was when I saw Jeezy. He had he had this black Lamborghini. On he had crashed it on 285. He had a black Lamborghini that he had crashed on 285. And I remember he had the baby blue Lamborghini too. The baby blue Lambo. Jeezy made driving Lamborghinis cool. I always wanted a Lamborghini, man, because of Jeezy had a Lamborghini. Actually, Cameron was the first person that had a Lamborghini that made me want a Lamborghini. But then Jeezy, being in Atlanta, seeing Jeezy drive around in his Lambos was like, yo, I gotta get me a Lambo. But yeah, man, shout out to Jeezy, man. A rap legend, a rap icon, one of my favorite rappers, top 5 for sure. And one guy I would love to interview. If I could interview like 3 rappers, if I could interview anybody, Jeezy would be one of the rappers I want to interview. Jeezy, Nip, and Nas. 3 people I would always love to sit down and have a conversation with. Unfortunately, God bless the dead. Nipsey is no longer here with us, but that would have been one interview I would love to sit down and just have. Jeezy and Nas, man. But Jeezy, man, to see where he came from to where he is now, man, super dope. But yeah, shout out to Jeezy, man. His Tiny Desk performance, it was super, super good. I really enjoyed it. So shout out to him. Really dope episode, man. If you guys have not, man, make sure y'all check it out. And yeah, man. So moving along. Omale, man. Omale, Nigerian artist Omale. I think he's Nigerian. Omale brings a girl up on stage and they start dancing very productive. So if you guys don't know, this past weekend, Omale had a show. There was a young lady he called up on stage. She was in a relationship. The boyfriend was sitting right next to her. It's been all over Twitter and Instagram. He brings the young lady up on stage. They begin to dance with each other very, very seductively. I felt it was very disrespectful how she, was conducting herself on stage. And yeah, I actually had a conversation, man, with a gentleman, with Sir, man. Me and Sir Inglewood, Sir, shout out to Sir. We work out at the same gym, and we were all in the sauna just discussing it this morning. And, we were just saying how disrespectful that was of that young lady to go up stage and do that. So my question is to you, ladies, would you do that to your boyfriend or do that to your husband? If one of your favorite artists, it's your favorite artist, whoever, it might be Usher, Kanye, I don't know, whoever your favorite artist is, just put yourself in those shoes. You're at this particular show. The artist of your favorite artist calls you up on stage. Do you go up on stage? I felt it was just disrespectful because out of all the women in the crowd, I'm pretty sure he could have found some single women. But yet and still, you bring this young lady up on stage. They dance she dances very provocatively, seductively. I don't know whichever word you want to use, but y'all know my drift. I felt like she was out of line. I felt like that was very disrespectful. They end up breaking up. The young man, Kai Cenat, ends up bringing the young man onto one of his streaming platform. I heard he gifts him $20,000 and introduces him to another young lady. The young lady went on Twitter and issued an apology, but it wasn't really an apology. She kind of really didn't take any accountability for her actions. She said her and her dude had a private discussion. If they were ever at any concert, that they would dance with their favorite artist if they were brought up on stage. That's what she said. But she never once said that she was sorry and that she was wrong. If you guys watch the video, at the end of the video, you can hear her friends letting her know how wrong she was. And even then, she felt like she was not in the wrong. The young man is seen walking off into obscurity. And here we are today. So I would like to know, ladies, if your favorite artist, R&B artist, rap artist brought you up on stage, will you go? And fellas, if your lady does go, what is your reaction? Me, I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna put myself in that position. I'm definitely, if my girl went up on stage, I'm not gonna hold you. My favorite, one of my girl's favorite artists. She loves J. Cole, she loves Sir, and she loves Russ. If we had any one of those shows, one of those artists calls her up on stage, and she's dancing like that, I'm big on being a gentleman. Keep it very. I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. Keep it a bean. I'm big on just being a gentleman, regardless of the situation. Always be a gentleman first. Classy, be a class act. So I'm gonna allow her to enjoy herself. I might be hot on the inside. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna be hot. My feelings gonna be hurt. But what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna allow her to, not allow. Go have your fun. Go have your fun. Come back down. We're going to finish the show together. And I heard she didn't even come back from backstage. This is what I heard. I don't know how true it is, but I heard she didn't even come back from backstage. But I don't know how true it is, but I'm putting myself in the shoes. Baby, you can go. You do that. I feel like it's disrespectful. We're going to go home. I'm breaking up with you. It's done. And I'm going to take that pain, and I'm going to embrace that pain, and I'm going to move forward with my life. Just move on. I'm going to be hurt. I ain't going to hold you. And I'm going to be highly embarrassed. But, I am going to end things and move forward. But I ain't going to wild out. You know what I mean? Y'all let me know. But, oh, girl, you crashed out, sis. You crashed out. You probably had a good man. He probably treated you good. She said she paid for the tickets, I think. I think she said in the statement that she released, her apology, I'm sorry, that she released that she paid for the tickets. But me personally, yeah, I'll break up with her and just move on. And just, you live and you learn, man. Embrace that pain. I wouldn't reach out to her afterwards, none of this. Just embrace it and move on. Wish her nothing but the best. Because that was disrespectful. I wouldn't do that. Let my favorite female, let Tim's call me up on stage. Because I love me some Tim's. Yo, Tim's, I love you, but nah, I'm cool. Like, nah, I'm cool. Nah, I'm cool. Nah. You got to hit on one. Nah, I'm cool. I'll be like, I ain't going to hold you. I'm going to be like, yeah, your boy pulling R&B joints. But I'm not about to be like up on stage hip thrusting with Tim's and my girl standing right there. I'm out of pocket. Y'all know I'm out of pocket. Yo, y'all picture me hip thrusting with Tim's on stage and my girl. That's weird. Yo, she's mad disrespectful for that. And any woman that thinks that her actions was okay, you're the problem. You are the problem. If you felt like that was okay for her to go up there and do that and you see no wrong in her actions, you are the problem. And that's why I feel like so many black men and women, like, we are so against each other right now. Like, I hate that. Like, I hate that black men and black women are so against each other right now. Like, I just don't like that. It bothers me. But, everybody makes mistakes, she might not felt like she made a mistake. I felt like she was in the wrong. Some people felt like certain women felt like she wasn't. Like, certain women were saying, like, if that was their favorite artist and they were called up on stage, they would have went. Hey, do what's best for you. It's plenty of fish in the sea. Plenty of fish in the sea. If that's what you want to do, by any means, if that's what you want to do, by all means, go ahead. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to stop you. People going to do what they want to do. We have no control over nobody. I'm at a point in my life, if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. I'm just not going to be around while you continue to do that or disrespect me. And if I do something that you don't like and you don't want to be around, by all means, go ahead and leave. Like, I'm not here to control nobody. I'm not arguing with nobody. If you do something to me and I'm not rocking with you, I'm not rocking with you. I'm not explaining to you why I'm not rocking with you. You know what you did, and it is what it is. But y'all let me know. Ladies, if your favorite artist calls you up on stage and you with your man and you pay for the tickets, let's say you pay for the tickets to go see Bryson Tiller, front row. Y'all got the champagne. Y'all drinking. And Bryson Tiller call you up on stage. Talking about, I can give whatever she want. Louis, Gucci, CC, whatever she want. That song come on. Ladies, you going on stage? Mind you, this man treating you right. He got a good job. He got a great job. Making 6 figures. Pays all the bills. Good in bed. A gentleman, dressed nice, smell good, keeps himself together, responsible, loves on you spiritually. Everything you wanted in a man. I'm putting y'all in a tight spot right now, ladies. Everything you want in a man, this man is providing. But Bryson Tiller call you on stage, your favorite artist. Are you going? Are you risking it all? Let me know. What you doing? Because I want to know. And fellas, if your girl come on stage and you've been providing for her, and you've been a model boyfriend, and you planning on popping the question, and your lady does that, what are you doing? I want to know. Get in the comments and let me know how we moving. Because if you do that, you're out of here. But yeah, moving along, man. You crashed out. Moving along. Let me know. Super Bowl streaker cashed in. A Super Bowl streaker placed a $50K bet that it will be a Super Bowl streaker, cashed with $374K and only $1K fine. What are your thoughts? So I have this. Let me pull up the article. Whatever you want. Hold on, let me pull up the article, y'all. Let me pull up the article. I normally be having this shit saved, but okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, so the Super Bowl streaker was a Las Vegas local who placed a $50K bet that there would be a streaker during the Super Bowl, Super Bowl, whatever. He ran on the field by himself and cashed out with $374,000 and a $1,000 fine. What are your thoughts on that? Smart man. So he paid for the Super Bowl tickets. So he basically made his money back. Only paid a $1,000 fine. Placed a $50K bet, and ran on the field and cashed out with $374,000. I'll do it. I remember I had a bet, man. I had a cousin named Lamont. I had an uncle named Lamont, man. And I was helping him move. I was helping him do something with it. We were cleaning out his garage. We were doing something. And he had $300 that he wanted me to run from his house naked. He wanted me to run naked from his house to the corner and back. I had to be naked. And I thought about doing it, y'all, for $300. I started about doing it. $300. I should have did it. I remember that bet, and I didn't do it. He said, man, I got $300. He put the money. He was like, $300, threw it on the ground. Boom. You run naked to the corner and back. And I was like, ooh, I was going to do it. And I didn't do it. It was nobody outside, really. But just imagine a nigga running up your block naked. Like, hit the gate. All I had to do was hit the garage and come back. It was a garage. Raymond and them grandparents own a house at the corner. I think one of the biggest houses on the block. Boom. Run. Boom. Hit the gas. Because you can see the garage. If you standing on McKinley Avenue, El Segundo, McKinley, if you walk on the McKinley and you look down the street to the end of the block, the street curves. So at the end of the block is the garage. He wanted me to touch the garage. And at the time, Money and them lived like closer, like at the other end of the block, but kind of like, yeah, they lived at the other end of the block, but like 6-7 houses from the corner. I had to run, touch the garage, come back. $300. I think it was a $300 bet. It was a bet. It was definitely a bet. I might have the number wrong, but I know it was a lot of money at the time because I remember I had some tickets I had to pay. And I was really thinking about doing it. I was like, I'm gonna do it, 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 I'm gonna do it. And I didn't do it. What's the craziest bet that you guys ever had? Craziest bet that you ever went through with? That was one of the craziest bets that I could think of. Just recently, I betted my cousin Mariah, like, yo, my uncle has a girlfriend, and I betted my cousin Mariah $100 if she goes up to my uncle's girlfriend and says, I love you, mom, so much. Give her a hug and place her head on her chest. For $100. She would have been $100 up. I'm not asking you to do nothing like crazy. I'm not asking you to do nothing like wow, disrespect her. Give her a hug. I love you, mom. Look up at her and put your hand on the. But you gotta make eye contact with you when you say I love her. Like I love you. I would have did it for $100. I would have did it just to say, you know, for some fun, something crazy. But what's the craziest bet that you ever did? Somebody betted you something wild and you did it. What is it? Hop in the comments, y'all. Let me know. What's your craziest bet? That was one of the craziest bets that I did not go through with. I had to streak up the block for like $300. And I want to say it was more. But yeah, craziest bet, craziest bet, craziest bet. What are some of the things you are starting to dislike as you get older? What are some of the things you are starting to dislike as you get older? Me, it's people that talk loud. And I hate lights on. I hate lights on during the daytime. I think that's so. Why do we have lights on during the day? Open up the windows. Open up the curtains. Open up the blinds. Like I hate a dark house. I only like the house dark at night. During the day, I feel like if you turn it on lights, depending on how your house might be set up, I understand lighting issue wise, you might not get natural light. But if you got lights on during the day, that irks me. And people who talk loud. Like, why are you talking so loud? You're right next to me. Like, that bothers me. That irks the shit out of me. It's like, yo. But that is one of the things I hate. I'm starting to dislike the older I get. Those are some of the things I dislike. What are some of the things you dislike as you are starting to get older and mature? What are some of the things you dislike as a man or as a woman as you get older? What are some of the things you dislike? Like I hate that. And I hate men who walk out the house with house shoes on, like with flip-flops. You know, like flip-flops you might walk around the house in. Like when you come out the house in that, or if you wear like a bandana outside the house. Like, man, we gotta do better. Like I'm an advocate of black men taking care of themselves. I feel like every man, if we go into the grocery store, fellas, get y'all a little game. Fellas, like say if you running errands and you don't want to get dressed, right? You don't want to get dressed on nothing crazy. Go buy you a nice sweatsuit, a little Nike sweatsuit from Foot Locker. Go buy you a nice go buy you some nice Nikes. Like we as black men, we gotta take care of ourselves. Black man, brush your hair. Every time I be seeing certain dudes come out the crib and they be not looking put together. Like we men, dog, put yourself together. And I feel like every man should have like a signature cologne. Like a signature cologne that they wear. Just like, you know, you got a couple of errands you gotta run, throw your sweatsuit on. It fit nice, it's clean, it's cool. A nice little cologne. Cause I be seeing so many black men with their pants hanging off their ass, teeth fucked up, acne everywhere. Like, come on, we gotta take care of ourselves. We kings, y'all. We black kings, man. Let's take care of ourselves. I get tired of seeing black men come outside in flip flops, and they Nike and they socks is dingy, and they t-shirts is got yellow stains on. I remember one time, man, I was young. And I went to go do my laundry at my grandfather's house, and I was folding my clothes. I had just got my clothes, my whites out the dryer, and as I'm folding my clothes, my grandfather says, "Them your white t-shirts?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "They ain't white." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, they got yellow." So you know how when you wear multiple your t-shirts a few times from your deodorant, they might have that little yellow stain. I didn't realize that, and he was like, "Yeah. Throw those out, man. You don't need to be running around like that." He's like, "Don't no woman going with no man with a dingy white t-shirt." And when he said that to me, kind of, I was like, oh shit. He was like, man, always keep your t-shirts, socks, and underwear clean. He was like, always. If they start turning not yet white, if they not white and they start turning another color, you get rid of them. And I was like, damn, my grandpa right. So now every like 6 months, I go buy all new underwear, all new socks. I'll throw away all my old socks and go buy. Once they start not being white no more at the bottom of the feet, I'll go buy all new socks. Because it's just a representation. Just like we have expectations of women. But us as men, we be putting these expectations on women. Women are out here going to get their bodies done because we have these expectations of them. But what are we doing? Fellas, if you got fucked up teeth, go get your teeth fixed. Fellas, if your skin is not up to par, drink water and get you a skincare routine. An exfoliator, a serum, and a sunscreen. Get you a skincare routine. All right? Whatever we doing, I feel like if you over a certain age, if you over 30 and you got long hair, unless they dreads and you keep them up, you shouldn't be running around with braids over 30 years old. Why do you have, I feel like braids is like a little kid hairstyle. I feel like you should have did that when you was 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. But as you come into a man, like get a fade. If you got dreads, that's cool. But we clean cut. If you want to wear like a little afro, that's cool. That's cool too. But like, or if you got the baldy, your shit receding, cut it off. It's cool. But like, we gotta start representing ourselves much better. Like, the image of the black man has been tainted so bad, and it bothers me so much. That's why I take pride in my image. I take pride in how I look. I take pride in getting my hair cut every week. I take pride in going to the dentist. I take pride in going to the doctor. I take pride in my clothes. I take pride in working out, going to the gym every morning, drinking water, eating healthy. I don't drink no sodas. I don't drink no juice. I do drink alcohol, but I only drink on the weekends. Monday through Friday, I'm locked in. Saturday, Sunday, I'm going in. And I really don't eat out. I don't eat no fast food. I love In-N-Out. Anybody know me? I love In-N-Out. I haven't had In-N-Out in a while, probably like 3-4 months. And I love In-N-Out. And I normally will eat In-N-Out like once a week, but I haven't even had that. But I cook a lot. I do a lot of cooking at home. I work out, push-ups, dips, pull-ups, Stairmaster. Yeah. So fellas, let's work out. Let's keep ourselves up. I don't know what made me go into that. But if you're a black man, you listening, keep yourself up. All right. I had to drink some water, y'all. If I ever take a little break, man, I'm drinking some water. Hey, yo. Did y'all hear about the Michigan man who robbed 3 banks and posted himself online with the money? A Michigan man robbed a bank for $10K. And he posted himself online with the money. This fool right here. So, hold on. Man who allegedly robbed 3 Michigan banks charged after posting photos of himself with cash, same clothes online. He got away with $10,500 in total from the robberies. Is that even worth it, y'all? $10,000 might have been a lot of money to him. But what happens? So now he could have just kept that to himself. He could have kept that to himself, y'all. What is the dumbest thing you guys seen? All right, you know what? I'm going to put y'all in this position. What is the dumbest thing you've ever done? The dumbest thing you ever done. That was dumb. You go rob banks, you got away with the crime, and then you're going to turn around and go post it? What is up with people doing shit and posting it online? Like, what is that? What is that about? Boasting and bragging about what you have. I blame the rappers. I blame you rap niggas, dog. Y'all started this. Because you niggas post y'all money. Now you think, now people that's looking up to y'all, following y'all, think that's what they have to do to make it seem like you popping. Nigga got away, robbed 3 banks, got away with it. You a legend right there. You robbed 3 banks. You a legend. You got $10,000. Now I wonder what his plans was with that $10,000. What y'all think he was planning on doing with that $10,000? Nothing. Probably was gonna fuck it off and been right back in the same boat. Y'all let me know. What's the dumbest thing y'all have ever done? Let me think about the dumbest thing I've ever did. And I was like, yo, why the fuck did I do that? I done made some pretty dumb mistakes in my life. What is the craziest thing? Let me think. Y'all hop in the comments. Y'all let me know. What is something that y'all did and y'all look back on it and y'all like, what the fuck was I thinking? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? What made me do that? Let me think. I can't even think right now. I'm pretty sure some will come up to me. Some probably will come up to me. But yeah, if you can think about something that you did that when you look back on it, you was just like, yo. Because I'm pretty sure this young man right now is probably sitting in jail, hitting his head, hitting himself, beating himself over the head. Beating himself. You have to be. You got away. Imagine getting away with a crime and then exposing yourself for the crime that you did, and now you in jail. And $10,000 in today's, I mean, $10,000 is a lot of money to somebody who ain't never had no money or who does not have any money. So $10,000 is a lot of money. I'm not going to. If you got anybody who got more, you get $10,000 right now, more than what you had. Say if you got a net worth of $130,000, and you came up with $10,000 and you really didn't put no work in for it. It's more money than what you had. So that's how I look at it. I forgot my train of thought, but $10,000 probably was a lot of money to him. He probably was happy for his 10 bands. But it's like, bro, why post it online? Like, I just be shaking my head like, why you got away? Like, why? Like, where's the niggas who do crime and get away with it and we ain't gonna hear about it because they doing a crime. They ain't boasting about it. Shout out to them niggas. Yo, shout out to them. Shout out to all the niggas that's out here doing crime right now and ain't on IG flexing their money. Shout out to all the females out here scamming, getting to their money, boosting, and they ain't bragging about it on IG. Shout out to y'all that's getting away with y'all criminal activities. If you're running a criminal enterprise right now and you winning, shout out to you. And shout out to the young man who's now sitting in jail for the 3 robberies because he wanted to showboat. You crashed out, my guy. You crashed out. You crashed out. You shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have did that. But it happens, bro. It happens. You live and you learn. Go do your time like a man. Come home and think of another crime to do because obviously that's all you really had going for yourself. So come home, do another crime, and this time stay right. Stay right. Do it right, I should say. Do it right, man. What else we got on the hit list today? I heard the AT&T towers, cell towers went out. I don't have AT&T, but I heard everybody was tripping about the AT&T towers going out. If your AT&T towers went out, shout out to you, man. Hop in my comments. Let me know how did that affect your day. Let me know. Hey yo, so I hope Boss Man D-Lo, I hope he the dude who got the record out right now that's going crazy. I hope he cut Tia Kemp a check because she blew that song up. It's crazy how one person can post your song or post your video and your shit go crazy. So shout out to him. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to Boss Man D-Lo. You got one of the hottest records in the streets. Man, I'm pretty sure you've made since Tia Kemp. I hope, man, you broke her off some bread or, you need to give her a bag, bro. At least give her a percentage. If your show rate went up, so say if you was getting probably like 5,000 a show, you probably with that record so hot right now in the street, you probably went up to, let's say 25. You need to break her off, bro. You need to cut her a check. I don't know how much, but you need to give her some money. because she took your record and blew you up. Like, I'd never heard of you prior to that. Yeah, you probably was around doing something local in your city, whatever. I heard you from Florida. You probably was hot popping in Florida. I'm not saying you wasn't. You probably, but you're now known on the national level because of Tia Kemp. So you need to cut her a check. You got to. It's only right. If you that boss nigga like you say you is and you rapping about, I mean, you need to give her some money. How much? That's between you and her, but you need to give her something. I ain't counting your pockets, but you need to give her something, champ. Because prior to that, I didn't know who you was, never heard of you, none of that. But I'll cut her a check. You know, just me being the type of nigga I am. If somebody blow my shit up, somebody repost my podcast, just take me up out of here, and I'm starting to get bread. Whoever reposted me, if they like a public figure, I'm gonna reach out like, look, I appreciate you what you did. This ain't, this is just something just to show my appreciation. Sell them some bread, or we can meet up, however the case may be. But it's only right. You know what I mean? We gotta make that right. We gotta make that right. What else, man? What else we want to talk about this week, man? I didn't really write down that many topics this week, y'all. I was just out here just living. I just been out here just living this week, man. What did I do this past weekend? What did I do? Went down to San Diego, man. I love San Diego. Was down in San Diego. Went and smoked some hookah. Went to dinner. Hung out with my lady. We had a good time. Yeah, man. I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed and I'm grateful, man. And I appreciate all y'all that's been listening to me. They say LeBron James is closing in on 40,000 points, man. LeBron James, man. I was watching highlights of him this morning. LeBron, man, going in. 40,000 points, man. Do you guys think someone would get close to that? Do y'all think anybody will get close to LeBron James scoring 40,000? Once LeBron James scores 40,000 points, do you guys think anybody else will come close or even surpass that? The 40,000 point mark. It got to be somebody that come in that's super, super nice, that makes an impact like how LeBron did as soon as he came into the league. It got to be somebody like that. Coming out of high school and make an immediate impact. We probably won't see that for a while. 40,000 points. That means LeBron James has spent damn near half his life in the league. I was thinking about that this past weekend. I was watching highlights of him this morning, and I was like, damn. LeBron imagine spending half your life. That man been a superstar his whole life. From high school, he was that nigga. Now you in the league, you in that nigga, and you done spent 22, 23. I think LeBron's entering in his 23rd season. You done spent half your life in the league. That's all you know. Did y'all hear about Adrian Peterson being broke, auctioning off his he owed some creditors. He took a $5 million loan to pay the creditors that he owed. Never paid the $5 million. Never paid the creditors that he owed from the $5 million that he borrowed. So now his stuff is being his MVP trophy, all his trophies from the league is now being, I want to say, seized. That might not be the correct term, but they're basically taking his shit. So he went online basically saying that he's not in a bad financial situation. Obviously, you are if you have to borrow $5 million to pay other creditors. But I was watching Nightcap with Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson. They said that Adrian Peterson made over $100 million in his career. You crashed out, bro. Imagine making over $100 million and you are broke. Imagine that. Let's take the time and think about it. Whoever you are listening to this, you make $100 million in your field, whatever it is that you do. Let's just say you made $100 million, whatever, doing what you love, that you work so hard at, and you blow it. The financial literacy among African Americans is crazy to me. To make that much money and you broke? I was watching something that he paid for a first class flight ticket for over. He had a party for his 30th birthday party, I believe. He paid for first class flight for, I want to say, 300 people. First class flights. I was watching, they were saying that. I was watching Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson. First class flights, hotel rooms, cars. He threw a big 30th birthday party, camels, all of that. And you broke. I could never wrap my mind around making that much money and being broke. They say 85% of athletes go broke after they're 2 years after they done playing. 85%. And that number has went up because I read a book when I was younger about this sports agent wrote a book that I read. And at the time he said the number was at 75% of athletes, NFL players go broke. This was like in 2008, 9 when I read this book. And I was so like, they go broke? 75%? You go broke, let's say you make $10 million a year. That's after your agent fees, because agent, it don't matter. None of that matter. It don't even matter. If you're making $10 million a year for 4 years, that's good money. It's such a short window, but I didn't grasp how athletes go broke. But as I got older and I see how money go, and we get used to that, they get used to this lifestyle. Not me. I'm putting myself in that. But you crashed out. To work so hard for something, to take care of your family, and now you broke. $100 million? Sheesh. Now you gotta wait till you 50 in your 50s to start receiving your retirement. They say OJ get $25K a month. Imagine just working hard all your life. And now you get to sit back and enjoy. Shannon Sharp said he was good. Chad Johnson said he was good. Financially, they said they good. They chilling. Shannon Sharp said he went to an agent. He said he want to be able to continue to live the lifestyle that he's living right now when he's 60. And his agent told him, you need to do this, and this. If you want to live how you living now, 30 years down the line, 20 years down the line. Chad Johnson said in his 4th year in the league, he realized, I need to make some changes. I couldn't imagine being able to make that much money. If I made, say 1 year I make $10 million. Bruh. I make $10 million. I'm going to buy, I've always wanted a Porsche. I've always wanted a presidential Rolex, gold Rolex. And I've always wanted to own a home with land. Ever since, I've always wanted to own land. But now more than ever, since I started watching the show Yellowstone, it made me realize the value of land. I remember when that woman offered him, John Dutton, $900 million for his land, and he refused to sell it. I said, oh my God, that land is priceless. But imagine $900 million. She said, go live like a fucking king. Go live, live like the richest man in Montana. If I made $10 million, I'm buying me a house paid for, and I'm buying land. I'm buying a bunch of it, as much as I can. I'm buying a Porsche, a G-Wagon, and a Rolex. And I'm chilling. I'm going to buy some stocks, contribute to my IRA, contribute to my 401k myself, some ETFs. I already know that pays out dividends. Yes. For those, if you got some money, there are stocks that you can buy and companies will pay you back. They will pay you. They will pay you to own the stock. So just imagine you had $1 million. You had access to $3 million that you could just touch. Buy stocks that will pay you money. They will pay you money. You can live off the dividends for the rest of your life. You don't have to die broke, people. And I had to learn this. I didn't believe in the stock market, y'all. I did not believe in it. I truly did not believe it. I used to see so many people get rich, man. Shout out to my boy Big Money Fritz. Man. I invested $5,000 into a stock, and within less than a month, like 2 weeks, I made $2,000 already. I've made $2,000. And the money, I just invested the money into a stock, and the stock went up, and it's still going up. Who was I watching? I was just watching something. Someone just got arrested for inside stock trading. A man, I have a story. This is what these celebrities do. Nancy Pelosi, all these people do. Hold on, y'all. I got something for you. I just read an article that a man was listening. A man's wife was the head of a company, and it was a big deal that was about to go through. And the man was eavesdropping on his wife's calls, and he ended up purchasing certain stocks, a significantly, I think he spent like $30K on these stocks. The deal ended up going through. He ended up making a ton of money. He ended up getting arrested by the SEC. People were in the comments saying this is what politicians do all the time. The wife didn't get in trouble because she had no knowledge of what her husband was doing. But this gentleman got arrested, and I think he had to do time. I thought I saved the article. But shout out to him, though. Shout out to him. I mean, you got caught, but shout out to him. I would have did it a different way. I wouldn't have bought the stocks. Maybe I would have had somebody that I trust, that I love. Like, look, buy these stocks. I'm going to give you the money. Let's get rich and break them off a percentage for doing it for me. But we don't have to die broke. How do you spend $100 million? Like, what are you spending money on? Why would you spend first class tickets? I ain't got it. If I get some, I ain't got it. Listen, when my podcast blow up, because it's going to blow up, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I ain't got it. David, I don't have it. I'm sorry. I don't have it. I really don't. Because I don't want to end up like Adrian Peterson. $100 million. And you got to go online. You act like you can't even read. The nigga didn't even, I don't think he know how to read, y'all. I think he just know how to play. Either CTE done kicked in or he just know how to play football. But just imagine you having all that money, you go broke. Because y'all spending it as you get it. It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. Black people, we got to get a better financial literacy. If you're listening to this and you got a little money on the side, buy dividend stocks. Reach out to me. I could tell you what stocks to buy, or I could point you in a direction someone you could talk to, and they will tell you what stocks to buy. But buy dividend stocks. That's all you need to know. Whatever companies pay out dividends for you owning their stock, purchase it, and it'll give you money back. And then do drip. The dividends that they pay out, they automatically reinvest into the stock, so your money just grows. I just gave you free game and free knowledge. That's it. That's all. Buy stocks that pay out dividends. Those dividends that you pay out, put drip onto that stock. Those dividends will automatically reinvest itself back into that stock, and now your money grows. So when you turn 55, 60, and really 50 and shit, that's like you still young. My Uncle 50, he living life. We still young, y'all. Let's take care of ourselves. You know what I mean? We can live a long life. That's the second half of y'all life. But $100 million, dog, I'll be sick. Because how the fuck did you blow $100 million? You crashed out, my guy. You crashed out, AP. Adrian Peterson, you crashed out, my guy. I don't feel bad for you because you had every opportunity to, whatever. I'm going to talk about Spirit. We got to fly Spirit. right, y'all. I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm done ranting and jiving, talking shit. I'm done. But shout out to y'all, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. It's not that serious a podcast. This podcast is dedicated to all the teachers who told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people who called the police on me in front of the building I was hustling in front of. I was just trying to make some money, feed my. Yeah, I'm done, y'all. I love y'all.
It's really not that serious.